For centuries, one event has stood as the heart of humanity's passion for flight. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, or IAE, is more than just a spacecraft exhibition. It is a celebration of innovation, legacy, and the dream to reach beyond the stars. Founded in 2670 by visionary inventor Audrey Timmerman, the first expo was held on Castor in the Coral System. There, Timmerman unveiled his experimental ship, the Poby, marking the beginning of a tradition that would endure for centuries. In the early decades, the IAE was a nomadic event, traveling from system to system, each host world adding its own character to the celebration. By 2067, the event found new sponsors like the New Junction ship Imperium and later Roberts Space Industries, RSI, which hosted the expo for over 30 years at the Agustin Exposition Hall on Low. But the path of progress was not without tragedy. In 2071, a devastating accident claimed 15 lives, forcing the organizers to reform the event's safety standards. From that moment on, only professional pilots could perform public demonstrations. Stunt flights were now the domain of the legendary 999th Test Squadron, whose precision displays became a highlight of every expo. By 2071, RSI once again stole the spotlight, revealing a ship that would become an icon of exploration, the Constellation. Yet, as the Empire changed, so did the expo. Under the authoritarian Messer regime, the IAE became a stage for propaganda, a showcase of government-approved manufacturers. Companies like Aegis Dynamics rose to prominence as official sponsors. Timmerman, refusing to align with the regime's ideology, quietly stepped away in 2715. When the Messer era finally fell, the IAE reinvented itself once more, now driven by corporate power rather than politics. By its 200th anniversary in 2087, sister events began to appear across the UEE, a sign of the expo's massive cultural influence. But not every year was a success. The 2913 Expo on Asura became infamous, a logistical disaster marked by chaos, poor infrastructure, and public outrage. The failure forced the board to find a permanent home worthy of the event's growing scale. That home was found in the Keel system on the world of Severus. Governor Junot Zur personally convinced the IAE directors to establish the new headquarters in Ares City, where the expo has remained ever since. The move, however, brought new challenges: massive traffic and rising criminal activity targeting corporate transports and visitors. Despite innovations like the express lane system, congestion remains a defining feature of the expo experience. To ease the strain, from 2948, satellite expos were introduced, smaller, local versions of the IAE, with the Stanton system often hosting major satellite events. Today, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is a 10-day festival that unites pilots, manufacturers, and dreamers from across the empire. Each year, companies like Drake Interplanetary, Consolidated Outland, and Origin JumpWorks use the event to unveil new ships, announce sales, and inspire a new generation of explorers. And since 1995, the show has even reached the spectrum, with Whitley's Guide broadcasting its annual IAE special, hosted by the charismatic Jax McCleary. From a single prototype on Castor to the grand halls of Severus, from vision to tradition, the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo remains the living heartbeat of humanity's journey among the stars.